Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about my Sephora sale recommendations. The Sephora Savings Event has started. It's open to Rouge members from now, actually yesterday if you're watching this on upload day, but it's going to November 11th. So Rouge members save 20% and you can use the code SAVINGS. This goes across all tiers. And then starting on November 5th, that's when VIP members can shop the sale and get 15% off. And then the insiders on November 5th as well to the 11th can get 10% off, again using the code SAVINGS. I feel like honestly, I get really excited for the Sephora Savings Event every year, but also I get very overwhelmed. And this is my full-time job, so I can only imagine that you guys who may not do something like this as your full-time job, I'm sure you also feel very overwhelmed when it comes to all of, these Sephora recommendations. So for this video, you guys, there are so many incredible products at Sephora. I mean, if I did like a full, here's what I like at Sephora video, I think it would be like 5 hours long. So what I did for today's video is I really just got to the point, is how I feel. I chose the things per category basically that I just feel like you can never go wrong with. So hopefully that puts you at ease a little bit. Leave it to me. I've tried thousands of products. These are the things that I really have so much confidence in and the things that I feel like I would repurchase over and over and over. Some of the things you've heard me talk about many times. Other things are a little bit newer. Also, little disclaimer, you do not have to shop the sale, you guys. I feel like I need to say this because there's always so much pressure every time this comes around. I tend to shop the sale because this is my job and that's what I like to spend my personal money on. But just know that there's no pressure, first of all. So please don't feel like you have to buy makeup just because you can and it's on sale a little bit. Also, because holidays are approaching, if there's a product or a brand that you know you love to shop from that has its own website, a lot of times during the holidays, they do amazing Black Friday sales that can actually get you 20% at least, or sometimes higher, depending on the brand, depending on their sales. So keep that in mind as well. If you're not a Rouge member and you're not able to get 20% off, it's also sometimes a really good idea to just hold off on certain brands that you know you really, really want and just wait till their Black Friday sale or something like that, because a lot of times brands will do 20% off site-wide. Obviously, that's not guaranteed. I do not have a crystal ball to tell you everything that's going to be on sale on other websites, but I wanted to kind of make that overall disclaimer. The last disclaimer I want to make, you guys, is the fact that I do not have many of these products sitting in front of me because my life has been wild the past couple of weeks. I have been traveling all over the place and I have makeup products in 3 different suitcases, and tomorrow I plan on finally putting them away. But I'm gonna have a lot of screenshots through this video because I literally have not had the time to gather everything. But just know all the products, whether I have them in front of me or whether you see a picture, these are the things that you really can trust, in my opinion. These are the things that have made me very confident in my makeup routine. I also have some skincare products I'm going to share with you as well. So let's just get right into it, you guys. Obviously, I will have all the info down below and also everything linked for you as well so that you can remember what dates each tier can shop and everything like that. So let me pull this up, and then at the end I'm also going to share with you my personal wish list and what I'm looking at picking up. So let's do skincare first, then we'll go into makeup. The first thing is going to be a picture. This is the SHANI DARDEN Triple Acid Signature Peel. This is something that I've talked about many times on my channel, especially in these types of videos. I don't always get to talk about skincare because my channel is obviously mostly makeup products that I talk about and review. This SHANI DARDEN Triple Acid Signature Peel is a little bit more on the pricey side, but with the sale, I feel like it's so worth it. This is basically an at-home facial. If you're somebody who just needs a complete reboot and reset in your skin, I love these. The way that the acid portion, so you do a little light layer of the acid all over the skin, comes with a little brush, you leave that on for a bit, and then there's a neutralizing mask that actually has clay in it. So you exfoliate with this acid peel, which is a little bit more intense. This is not something you want to do all the time, but it's so good to have on hand. Then you neutralize it with the clay portion. And so that kind of pulls out the impurities in the skin after you exfoliate. And the combo together really makes your skin look like a newborn, okay? It really is such an amazing at-home facial. It makes me feel like I spent way more money on a professional facial when I'm just doing it at home. So I wanted to make sure to point that out because it really is such a unique, incredible product, and it's something that I feel like is so nice to have. And I feel like it's worth the price, especially if you can get a little bit of a discount, and it's not something, again, that you need to use all the time. This is kind of like a skin reboot or special occasion prep type product for me, so I feel like this kit lasts a while because I don't use it all the time. Next up is something else that I'm gonna pop a picture up of. This is the DIEUX Deliverance Serum. I am never not without this. There's something so magical about this. It kind of just does it all for me, and my skin is so happy when I use this. It is worth every penny. I've gone through 3 now, which is insane. You guys should see how much skincare I get sent and how much skincare I buy. So the fact that I have gone through entire bottles of this really, really says something. It's so amazing. And in partnership with that, the DIEUX Instant Angel Restoring Moisturizer is such a beautiful, very rich but not heavy moisturizer that pairs beautifully with the Deliverance Serum. I just feel like DIEUX in general is such a great brand, and I highly recommend you check them out. There's not a single product, honestly, that I've tried from them that I'm not obsessed with, but these two are like my staples. And even when I travel, that's what actually made me think to put this in this video, because this is what I brought with me in my travel skincare kit. It just covers all the bases, no matter what my skin needs, and it always makes my skin feel better. Pairing that with the Rhode Glazing Milk, which is not at Sephora, but this is just a side note, those 3 products are like my holy grails together. So wanted to mention that as well. I've got some body products actually that I want to share with you guys again. Now these are newer products, and I actually just featured them in my last favorites video. The first one is the Youth to the People Body Butter, the Hydrate and Glow Dream Body Butter. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I get so excited every time I use this. I'm not even kidding you. I didn't even know that Youth to the People had a body butter until this won an Allure Best of Beauty Award. I bought it for that video, and I have not put it down ever since. So if you're looking for a good hydrating body butter, like seriously, this is one of the best formulas that I've ever tried, and it smells nice, but it's not too overpowering of a scent either. It's so good. I love it. Then the Josie MARAN Body Scrub, which I also just talked about in my last favorites video, is 10 out of 10. So incredible. I love how it makes my skin feel. It feels so luxurious, and I personally just buy the refill pouch. They have little glass jars, and I've said this in my other videos, but I don't love having glass jars in the shower. That just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. So this little refilled pack is actually so cute and really convenient actually to just like plop a little bit out on your hand to use. But I'm loving that as well. That in partnership with the body butter are like what I'm using so much lately in the shower and out of the shower. And then for hair care, I love Day so much. My 2 favorite products are, one, the 3-in-1 styling cream, which I actually only bought the travel size. So I think that's a great way to start, and it's much more affordable obviously than the big size. So if you haven't tried it out, buying the travel size is really great, and I'm still going through that, and I feel like I use it quite a bit. It's my favorite for, you know, slick back buns like this. It really keeps things at bay, but it doesn't feel crunchy or crusty, which is great. And then I'm also in love with their volumizing dry shampoo. This stuff is so good. It's not an aerosol can, which I really appreciate actually, because, you know, I really like to have cleaner options when it comes to hair care especially, and I'm really sensitive when it comes to like aerosols and all that stuff. So I really love this dry shampoo a lot. It's one of my favorites. Enough of the screenshots for now. I've got some things that I'm actually going to show you in person. We're going to jump to makeup. When it comes to like prepping the skin, this is a glowy skin product that I think is one of the best out there. I actually feel like I like this better, dare I say, than the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. It offers a little bit more coverage, and the pearl is just a little bit more fine. I think that's why I like it. It looks a little more natural. This is the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter, and I wear the shade 0. I'm wearing it all over the skin underneath my foundation. You can also use it as like a highlighter. You can mix it in with foundations. It's just so good. I love it. During the Sephora sale, I always love to recommend, you know, a more expensive foundation because I feel like it's the best time to save a little bit on something like that. So this one from Guerlain, you guys know I love this. This is one of my favorite foundations of all time. This is the Terracotta Le Tint foundation from Guerlain, and I wear the shade 0.5N. It's perfect. Like, I love this foundation so much. Definitely more of a fuller coverage, medium to full coverage foundation, but it doesn't ever look heavy. The thing that I love about this is how well it wears. It's fabulous. You guys know, by the way, I love the NARS Light Reflecting. I wasn't going to talk about this in this video because I feel like everybody already knows, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This one's amazing too. This is more glowy than the Guerlain and great for like every day. So I guess I'll link this down below as well since I just talked about it. Then for like a skin tint, if you're looking for a really good skin tint, CL is where it's at. This is one of the best skin tints I've ever tried. I also love how it has a mineral sunscreen built in here. It's SPF 50, which is really great, really high. This is the shade 02 Fair. This just looks like skin. So if you want something that just kind of makes your skin look like skin but better, the CL skin tint is perfection. I adore it. If you're like, Allie, I've heard you talk about all those foundations, give me something new. In that case, I would say to check out the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. This is something that I've been talking about quite a bit lately. It is such a beautiful, actually pretty lightweight foundation, but it really does give great coverage. It does blur the skin and it wears really well as well. For concealers, if you haven't tried the Natasha Denona concealer, I highly recommend you do. This is an incredible concealer and it kind of does everything. It's kind of like one of those concealers where like once you try this formula, you really kind of don't need any other concealer. It's got the perfect consistency in my opinion. It looks great on the skin, like over blemishes, also under the eyes. 10 out of 10, love this concealer. And I also love, I'm gonna pop up a picture, the Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. This is actually like my current everyday concealer. It's packed in my makeup bags, which is why I don't have it to show you right now because I packed it with me on my trips. But I love this one so much. Both of those are beautiful concealers. The Tarte one I would say is a little bit more lightweight and watery almost. The Natasha Denona has a bit of a thicker consistency, but not in a bad way. So if you kind of want to know the difference between the two, they're both incredible. But the Tarte one looks especially amazing under the eyes, paired with the Huda Beauty powder. All right, next, I love this product right here from Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum. I have the shade Fair. I honestly feel like I could get a shade darker in this as well. Maybe I will. I'm wearing this all over the skin and honestly, I love this one and I love this shade for more of an everyday situation because I have very fair skin and sometimes a contour or a bronzer feels a little bit intense for me, but not this. I feel like I can put this all over and if I'm just wearing like a skin tint, like the CL skin tint, I pair it with this, maybe a little bit of the Tarte concealer, a little powder, a little blush, you know. It just is so natural looking all over the skin. It's beautiful. It does have a little bit of a glow and it kind of has like a gel consistency as well. A little goes a long way, but it's a beautiful product. You can pump it out, which I always tend to do because I like having a little more control with a brush, or you can unscrew it, which I honestly never really do, but some people do. And you can like actually dot it all over the skin, which I think is really cool, kind of innovative packaging. Next up, a higher end contour product that I feel like is worth it, especially if you get a little bit of a discount on it. The Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. I'll pop up a picture right here. You guys know I've talked about this so many times. This is a product that I feel like is very bougie and pricey, but you get what you pay for. It's a very high-end formula. Obviously the packaging is very nice as well, but the formula itself really is so user-friendly and the color Biscuit is the one that I use. It's so perfect. I love this. I feel like I will forever have this product in my collection because it's just that good. Then for powders, if you haven't tried the Huda Beauty powder, this is my holy grail powder. So many of you are probably gonna be like, we've heard you talk about this. We knew this was gonna be in this video, and of course, because it's like truly my favorite powder ever. So if you haven't tried this, this is what I would recommend first. If you have and you're looking to be, you know, wowed by a new powder formula, I love the Makeup by Mario one. This is also in my makeup bag right now, somewhere in a suitcase, so I'll pop up a picture. I wear the shade Fair, I believe, Fair Pink, I think it's called. It's such a nice powder. It's actually talc free, but it's so smoothing and blurring and does everything that I want in a setting powder. It definitely is more of like a proper setting powder. So if you want a lighter feeling when it comes to like setting the face, just use less. But if you use a little more, it's gonna really lock in your makeup, which I like in a setting powder. Like if I'm gonna use a setting powder, I need it to set. You know how there's some powders out there that like you put some on and it melts into the skin and it looks good for a few minutes, but then it doesn't really control oils. I feel like the Mario one actually really sets the makeup and controls oils very beautifully while still looking natural. I've also been really loving, where did I put it? This right here, which was also in my favorites video, my last one, the Hourglass Liquid Blush. Now I've only tried this shade I keep wanting to try more, but I just haven't yet. The Hourglass liquid blush in the shade Scene. It's what I'm wearing right here. I've been loving this. It's so beautiful. The packaging is really nice. You just tip it over and you kind of press this little button on the top and then it'll just drop out a tiny bit. And honestly, that's all you need for both cheeks, I swear. A little goes a very, very long way, but I really love this color. It's just the perfect soft pink. And I love that it's a little bit more sheer. So it gives you a watercolor effect, which is the type of vibe that I personally look for when it comes to a blush, but I've been really, really loving that. Next up, we've got some eyeshadow palettes. Obviously, there's a lot of new eyeshadow palettes that I feel like I could recommend to you guys that are exciting and all of that. But again, I just wanted to like kind of get to the point, and for that situation, I was like, no, the Mario Master Mattes Neutrals palette, this is something that I feel like everyone would love. I personally love it. The first palette is great too if you like more warm tones or you feel like warm tones flatter you a little more. But this palette is like more neutral leaning cool, which is what I feel like flatters me. This is what I've got all over the eyes today. I'm actually wearing the gray mostly on the eyes, which I think is really nice, especially with my sweater. I don't know, I've been into like more grays lately, which is funny on the eyes. This is such a fabulous staple product. You can pair this with like eyeshadow toppers if you want to have a little bit more pizzazz in your eye look. But having a full mattes palette is really great, and this one is my favorite. It's so nice. And then also, I really, really love these two palettes from Danessa Myricks. Both are also like matte palettes, and both have a very different color scheme, but I love both. So these are the Groundwork palettes. The first one is the Defining Neutrals palette. And basically what you get in here is a cream and a powder in the same color throughout. So this is a very like artistry feeling palette. So if you're a makeup artist, I feel like you would really, really enjoy this and you would get a lot of use out of it. You can actually use this all over the face. So you can use it like on your actual face. You can use it as a brow powder if you want to. I honestly tend to just stick to the eyes with this palette, but it comes in handy to just have like good basic neutral palettes that you know are gonna flatter any sort of look or create like the nice groundwork, I guess, for any look. But also in the spring and the summer, I love this color story right here. Now this is the same concept. It's also from Danessa Myricks, obviously. This is the Blooming Romance version, and this one's more pink and mauve, which I love. I got so much use out of this over the summer and springtime, especially shades like this all over the lid or this all over the lid. I loved. This is a great one. I also loved using like these two as eyeliners. Anyway, just a fabulous little basic staple palette or palettes that you just can't go wrong with. Whether you're a makeup artist or not, these are just great to have. And they are a little bit on the pricey side, but again, you get so much product in here and they're great colors that you just can't go wrong with. And then I'm gonna pop up a picture of this. This is the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in the shade In Big Truffle. This is something that Nikki LaRose, my friend, told me to buy when we were at Sephora one time together, and I love it. It's a brown eyeliner, liquid liner, and I use it all the time. I don't have it on today because it's in one of those makeup bags that I need to unpack, but it is so beautiful and the formula is really, really great. For mascara, there are two mascaras that I always tell you guys about, and I don't even care. I'm going to tell you again because they're that good. The Tower 28 mascara, so incredible, and the Cali Ray mascara. These two are my favorites at Sephora. I feel like I always talk about them because they're just so good, and nothing has really topped them for me from Sephora, so sorry if I'm repeating, you know, all of my Sephora recommendations videos. I feel like I've put these in the last like 4 videos, but they're just that good. I love them. Then for lip liner, this is another thing that I have most of the colors in my purse, but the Makeup by Mario lip liners are fabulous and they come in so many different colors. I'll try to write out a couple of my favorite colors, but you really can't go wrong with any. Just kind of go with what you're inspired by. These are fabulous. And then also the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils are great as well. I'm wearing Total Taupe all over. I also love Anywhere Caffeine, Wherever Walnut, and Endless Cacao. Those are my top 4, I would say. These are fabulous for lip liners if you're looking for some. Like, that's honestly all you need. And then for lipstick, I love the Mario Super Satin Lipstick in South Shore. I know I'm like only recommending like one lipstick, but this is such a good one. It's very like cool toned, nudie, mauve pink, and it is so perfect if you're into more of a cool toned lipstick. I've applied this to the center of the lips and it's just perfection. It's like such a classic satin lip formula as well, which I really love. And then for a gloss, I still love this one, you guys, from Dior. This is the Dior Addict Lip Luminizer in the shade Opal. There's something so magical about this. I swear, this is another one of those products that I've talked about in every Sephora Rex video for years, it seems like. But I just love it. I really, really do. And I feel like this goes with everything, and you can layer it on any color and it just makes it look better. And because of that iridescent like shimmer inside, your lips just look so healthy, plump, juicy, and like 10 times larger. It's such a good product. For setting spray, you guys, there is no better duo than this. I've talked about these many times, but again, this video is genuinely just for like, here's the best stuff, don't worry about the other stuff. And that's how I feel about these. These are the best setting sprays out there, honestly. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I actually layer these all the time. I layered them today. If you want your makeup to last so long, you need to layer these. They are a perfect combo. So this one actually melts the makeup into the skin really, really well. And this actually has a lot of longevity in it by itself if you didn't want to pick this up. But if you want to lock it in and literally have your makeup look the same all day, add this on top and your makeup's not going anywhere. This is truly all you need for any situation and occasion. All right, you guys, so that's my recommendations too. Now we're gonna get to what's in my cart. I'm gonna first pop up a restock that I'm picking up for sure. This is the Drunk Elephant Bora Barrier Repair Cream. I ran out of this recently. I've been meaning to pick up another bottle and I keep forgetting and I miss it. It's such a good, rich cream that's great for just restoring your skin barrier overnight. And then let's get to my wish list. So I actually have been wanting to try this Hyper Skin Hyper Even Fade and Glow AHA mask. I'm a huge fan of face masks, and this one has been on my list for quite some time. Then I'm thinking of picking up the Laneige Bouncy and Firm Sleeping Mask. I'm a huge fan of the Laneige sleeping masks. I especially love the Cica Repair Mask. But this one had good reviews on Sephora's website, so I wanted to test that out as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, I almost forgot. One of my other recommendations is this right here, a classic and a staple. Another thing I've talked about for years and years and years on my channel, this Dior highlighting palette. You can do no wrong with this. And I feel like it's the perfect time to pick it up during the sale. You can use this on your eyes. You can use this on your face, obviously. I've got it all over the cheeks right here, and I even put a little bit of this color right here on the eyelid for a bit of shimmer. But I love this one. This is the original, or the universal. But then, guess what's in my cart, you guys? The limited edition one, which I think is called, let me see. Oh goodness, I don't know what it's called, but I'll pop up the picture of how it looks. It has like a lavender in here, and I'm so excited about it, so I'm definitely picking that up. I have also heard like mixed reviews on the Patrick Ta foundation, but I really want to try it for myself. So I've got that in my cart as well. I'm also going to be picking up the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in the shade 53 and 62. Apparently that's Sabrina Carpenter's famous cheek combo according to her makeup artist, so I'm gonna test it out and see. And then I've been wanting the Prada Moisturizing Lip Balm, which seems so bougie because really it is. Like, I don't really think I want to pay this much for a lip balm, but every time I see somebody use this color, I always like wonder what's on their lips, and so I'm gonna finally buy it. So that's what I've got in my cart and on my wish list. And yeah, let me know in the comments, you guys, if there's something that you think I should try or what you're picking up during the Sephora sale if you're shopping it. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. But yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. I know I still talked about quite a few products, but I really tried to keep things very simple in each category to hopefully not overwhelm you and hopefully just help you feel excited and inspired if you're looking to add something new to your makeup kit. Or sometimes you just need like a little bit of reassurance that what you have, like maybe you already have some of these things, so maybe it reassured you that what you have is already the best. You know what I mean? Regardless, I hope you found this helpful. I will have all the products that I mentioned down below in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for enduring several screenshots during that video. I am planning on like doing a full house reset this weekend, which I'm very excited about. And don't worry, I'm going to be filming my K-beauty haul. I bought so much makeup and skincare, you guys, when I was in Korea. I have so much to tell you about and I need to film that video. I just, you know, had to get this one up first because this one's kind of like time sensitive. So stay tuned for my Korea haul slash story time video, okay? Because I've got a lot to show you guys. I had the best time, truly. Korea was always on my bucket list, and being able to go there was such a dream come true. I can't wait to tell you guys more. Let me know if you end up shopping the Sephora Savings Event, and let me know if you end up trying any of my recommendations. I would love to hear what you think if you pick up anything that I personally love. I just hope these products work as well for you as they have for me. And yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you guys have an incredible day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.